In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to declare and call functions. So first is I'm going to save this web page as example1.html. I'm going to put the title declaring and calling functions. Okay, and then we're going to add the script tag. So for this example, I'm going to declare a function. Now, a function declaration is consisted of the keyword function followed by a name. So I'm going to call this greet user. Okay. Taking note of the capital U and followed by a pair of parentheses. Now, depending on how you want your function to work, you may put what's called parameters, or what are called parameters, in between these parentheses, and they actually serve a purpose in whenever you call the function. But for now, in this example, I'm not going to put any parameters, so I'm just going to put these parentheses and then followed by the opening and closing braces. Next, I'm going to put this statement: alert, good morning, everyone. Okay. So now what we have here is a function declaration. Now it actually doesn't do much, because just to prove that to you, I'm going to open this in my browser. So as you can see, nothing happened, and this is Safari. I'm going to open that in, let's say, Google Chrome. And as you can see, nothing will happen as well. That's because what you have here is simply a function declaration. Okay, so all you're doing here is you're telling the browser about your function. You can think of it as it's just a mere container of your JavaScript statement. Now, until you call or use this function, practically the browser will not execute this function even after the browser sees it. So what I'm going to do is, further down my script, I'm going to call the function. Now, to call the function, you have to look at the way it's declared. So in this case, there are no parameters between the parentheses, so that means when I call it, okay, well, first of all, I have to put the name, exactly how it's declared. The second is, because there are no parameters, that means I don't need to put any arguments. Parameters are the variables that go between these parentheses in the function declaration. Arguments are the values. It could be expressions, could be variables that go between these parentheses in the function call itself. Okay, so effectively here is where you tell the browser about your function, and in the later part of your script is where you get to use your function. So this is what's called the function call. So because there are no parameters, that means there are no arguments that will go between these parentheses. Okay, so I'll show you an example of another function, perhaps that has parameters over here. So in this case, no parameters, so no arguments. Also, the other thing is you need to look for the return statement. Now, some functions may have something like return statement towards the end. That denotes that the function, when you use it, will give you a value in return after the browser has executed the function. So in this case, this is not a function that returns a value, and therefore the function call will just have the name of the function, and that's pretty much it. Usually functions that return values, you'll need some kind of variable here on the left side of the function, or perhaps the function is part of a larger statement, perhaps an if statement or something, something of that, uh, something along those lines. Okay, so in this case, because this is a very, very simple, straightforward function, no parameters, no return statement, that means our function call will be as simple as this. We put the name of the function followed by the parentheses. Yes, those are required. And of course, semicolon to denote the end of the statement. So let's save this and let's open the page. As you can see, good morning everyone. So effectively, that adding that function call instructs the browser to go ahead and process or execute the function that we've declared above the function call. So let's see that in action in Google Chrome. Okay, and let's do that one more time. In this case, let's use Firefox. Let me move this Firefox window. Okay, good morning everyone. So there you have it.